Lady A celebrating our iHeartCountry album release party. If you are hanging out with us on social media, hashtag is iHeartLadyA because we do, right? We all heart us some Lady A. It's so great to have y'all back here celebrating with iHeartCountry. You had mentioned we celebrated the last album. We figured, hey, Lady A throws a big old party. We're going to do it again. Charles, I want to start with you because you had made a comment about this new album, and you had said the band almost rediscovered their purpose. Could you give us a little more on that?
You know, I do think it started with Ocean, just the sound. You know, that song right there is a pure example. We kind of started that conversation as we moved to a new label, and just, you know, this is our 8th record, the last one, our 7th. It was like, what can we do? Where have we strayed maybe over the past? And we really got back to that sound, I think, of the first couple records. And I think it kind of furthered on a lot with some songs off this new record, like What a Song Can Do, that we're going to do. But also our purpose as a band, what we want to stand for. We've always been a band that, you know, we feel like we just want this to be a big old love fest. And we want our music to be that. You know, our first #1 single ever was Run to You, and it still rings so true to us now, even more than it did before. And yeah, so I think that's what that's all about.
Well, now you brought up this being your 8th studio album. I want to touch base on that because I feel like you guys are connecting more than ever, like you're on fire. Does this album feel a little more heartfelt for the whole band? I mean, Hillary, we'll give that to you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think when we've all collectively gone through so much over the last year and a half, and for us, songwriting and eventually being able to record this collection of songs, it was a great way for us to process our emotions, to really work through a lot of the things that we were feeling, and that's what we hope that this album brings to everyone who listens to it. It's just that they put their own story into it, and that it can somehow, you know, help them maybe feel the way they feel better. You know, that's the thing I think with music that I've been drawn to over the years. It's like it expresses how I feel better than I could in my own words. And that would be the epitome of our I think, greatest honor, if anyone could ever say that about our music.
I also wanted to ask, no, go ahead. Because it brings me to the title of the album, which is What a Song Can Do. I mean, that meaning is miles and miles deep. But I want to ask you guys, as you put the album together, how tough was it to write? How tough was it to record and get ideas together? A lot of Zoom sessions? Did you guys get together? Phone calls?
A lot of Zoom. We did a lot of Zoom sessions in the beginning. I mean, obviously, we had just put out our last album, Ocean. We had a whole tour planned. We all know what happened, pandemic, and we had to, you know, postpone. So we just started writing. We started on Zoom. After a couple months, we could be together. But I don't know. We didn't have any timeline. We all didn't know how long this was going to last, and we just started doing, like Hillary said, this is all we know how to do is write. That's how we started as a trio in 2006 when Hillary walked into the room at Charles and I's place. We just started writing songs, and that's what we know how to do. So that's been the healing part for us. But it looked a lot different this time around. Writing on Zoom's kind of weird with the delay, and it's hard to not be together. But we got some good songs from Zoom. We got some of the songs off this record actually from some of those sessions. So yeah. They owe us a little bit, right?
There was also some really horrible songs we wrote over Zoom.
And that's what we got coming up next. No, I'm kidding. Dave, I wanted to ask you, because you guys mentioned how just as a band, things feel special every step, every song, every writing session. There's a song on this album that's extra special for you because you give us lead vocals for the first time ever. Y'all, how about Dave on lead vocals? The song is Working on This Love, but it's special to you for more than one reason. Can you give us that?
Yeah, for a lot of reasons. Thank you for bringing it up, Wayne. I wrote a song for my wife for Mother's Day this year. I didn't buy her anything. I just wrote her a song. Instead of going to Nordstrom, I just wrote a song. And it's always been something I've wanted to do for her. And we were in the last few weeks of making the record, and I sent it to Charles and Hillary, and I was like, if you hate this idea, then I'll act like I never had it. But I was like, for people that know us, that have been with us since the early days for 15 years, they all, I recognize half the people in this room. Y'all been to our shows, y'all been out supporting us, and those online as well. I was like, it might be a cool texture. People kind of know what we all do and the different strengths and things we bring to the group. So I was like, what if I take it on this one? And they were so supportive, gave me some great coaching in the studio. I was like, enjoying having that moment. But no, I appreciate you bringing that up. So it's a special one for many reasons.